Morning everyone. Just adjust my iPad a little. I'll just zoom in a fraction. Today I think I've got it all straight. Good morning everyone. I'll just see if I'm live. It won't be a minute. Hope everyone's well. Yes, we are live. Everything's up the right way. I'll just see if it zooms in a little bit. Once it's always a half a second or half a minute behind everything. Just waiting to see if it's going to zoom in a little bit when I adjusted it. Looks like it takes about a minute to catch up, at least. If you're on watching, say hi. Just see if it's zoomed in. I'm a little bit quiet today. I'll just zoom in a little bit more. Not too much. I think that should be okay. Good morning, Beth and Marianne and Heather. Afternoon, Heather. You must be in the US. There was a lady this morning from, I think it was Minnesota, and she wasn't sure what time it was over there, and I looked it up and it would be 6 p.m. evening where she was. Good morning, Jan. Looking forward to catching up tomorrow. I've half set up for tomorrow. I've got my first workshop for the year tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Had a bit of a break. And the East Coast, Louise, thank you, 7 p.m. I should write, I've got a little chart thing, but I don't know where I've put it now. But I know it's evening, early evening for the US. Thanks, Marianne. I'm sure you'll like it. It's a really easy card to do. Good morning, Laurie. And Patricia, who's on there watching but hasn't said hello. Say hello, Patricia. Long time no see. Hope you're enjoying life, because I am. Hello, Heather. Oh, I've said hello to Heather. What do you mean, no, New Zealand, Auckland? You should be, I think, 3 hours later than mine, so you're about 1 p.m. in the afternoon. Christine, good morning. First time watching from Canberra. Hello. I've been to Canberra a few times. Marilyn, good afternoon from Wellington, New Zealand. Yes, it is afternoon there. Gemma, hi Gemma. Been having a chat with you this morning. Love all the papers you got. This is the card, one of the papers that you got. This here is a celebration paper. I'm not sure if you took advantage of the celebration items that you're allowed to get. For every $100 you spend in Australian dollars, you can earn a pack of paper. I've been getting a few celebration items. Good morning, Amanda. Hope you're well. And Helen, hello Helen Harris and Kerry Carl. This card is quite quick to do today, not like last week's. And I've got one prepped already for next week. I'm way ahead of myself. Carol Shannon, good morning from Adelaide. Nice to have you on. We've got lots on this morning again. I love to see everyone coming on. At least I'm doing something right. I love this group. It's really, I might just zoom in a fraction more because, I might just tip the camera actually. Just bear with me. That way a little bit. I'm a bit fussy when it comes to that. Good morning, Sophia. Thanks for watching. I had Patricia on watching. She was in the team, in the group that or in the similar team to what I was years ago. Hello, Heather. How are you? Nice to have you on. Sue Lowe from Adelaide, good morning. Lots of Australians on this morning. You're going to miss a good workshop tomorrow, Heather. Sorry you couldn't come. I hope you're ready for the next one. The next one, by the way, for those coming tomorrow that are on, Jan, it's on the 9th of March, the Sunday one, because my granddaughter is getting married on the 1st, which is the Saturday, so I won't be here. I'll be up at Mount Tambourine. I made your fan card, turned out beautiful. Thanks, Helen. Yes, it's quite simple to do once you get started. Good morning, Christine from Lockwood. And from California, Deanna. Yes, Deanna. And Jenny, good morning, Jenny. You've got Seymour. Oh, morning, good morning. And Wendy, I'm waiting for a few. Hello, Lynn, if you're watching. Well, it says you're watching, but you haven't said hello. Hello, Lynn. And Nerida, good morning. Lots on. I think we might get started. We've got a lot of people on it. I don't want to hold everybody up. If you have to go partway through, I will pin the video to the featured tab so you can go back and watch it in there. And anyone that comes in late can go back. Hello, Lynn. Nice to have you on. You're missing a good workshop this week. We're focusing on this. For my workshop, we're doing all cards related to this paper and bundle. Good morning, Joyce from Alberta, Canada. I think it's late for you over there from memory. Right. We'll get started. I'll just get out my bits of paper first here. This is called a Santa pop-up card with a pocket. And as you will see, this one. Now, someone else, a few people have done this one, but I tweaked it and made it a lot more simple to do. I did a couple of samples which are just in scrapped cardstock. So, but this one here, you've got a little writing panel here, and we have a back panel over here. So these are, and this is another one, my favourite butterflies on that one, nice and bright and cheery. So I'll put those aside. Bargara, hello Wendy. I know where Bargara is. That's up in central Queensland on the coast, pretty much on the coast, I think. I've been to Bargara. So our pieces, I shall go through these pieces with you. There's not a lot of pieces this time. My base, I've chosen Bubble Bath, which is this pink. I'll give you the scoring in a minute. It's 8 1/4 by 5 7/8. Now these are Australian measurements. If you want to convert it to US, which I think it's 5 1/2 by 4 1/4, you can still do your normal base and you just adjust the sizes. The scoring and all will be the same for this piece here. You'll still score where I'm going to score. I'll show you that. And you just adjust. I haven't done the adjustment measurements, but you can adjust it to your size of envelope for American sizing. So that's that. And that's that piece. And then my back base piece, which is, I have not cut, which I will cut in a second. I knew I'd miss a piece. I'll just get it out now. It's a piece of Bubble Bath. Missed one piece. It'll be 5 7/8 by 4 1/8. I'll just quickly cut that. 5 7/8, which is over there. It's the same size as the back of your card by 4 1/8, which is there. And it's the same colour as your base as well. So that will be on the back here. So it's the exact same size as the back of your card. Now we're ready. Your patterned paper or DSP, if you're with Stampin' Up, you'll need 3 pieces, 5 5/8 by 3 7/8. Now, one of them, that will be my front piece, and I've chosen the same pieces but that's going on the inside, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. So I've got two of the same pattern and one coordinating. If you're not using the back of one, you can choose two different, like another different pattern off another sheet, and do your inside. You don't have to use it all from the one sheet. I've chosen that and that as my front and insides. And then some scrap cardstock for decorations and greetings, and some embellishments. So that's all the pieces you'll need. All those measurements will be in the PDF, which will be in the Files tab when we're finished. And there's got a few more on. Joyce, good morning. Joyce Evans. And Debbie, good morning, Debbie. And Lee, good morning, Lee. From Adelaide, Lorraine, good morning. Carmel, good morning. Lots and lots of people on today. Lovely, love it, love it. Right, now we need our scoring tool first. And this is my base piece, which was 8 1/4 by 5 7/8. And I'm just going to score it down the center at 4 1/8, which is there. And that creates your card, well, part of your card. We'll put that aside. Now you will need a pencil and a ruler and a stylus. I think I put that in the, I'm not sure if I did, bone folder. I'll just burnish that so it's nice and straight. Now I'm going to read from my instructions so that I don't get it wrong. With the base opened up and the front of the card upwards, measure down the center score line to 2 1/2. So you'll need a ruler, which I got my good ruler out this morning. And you'll need a rubber to rub out your marks. So measure down this center score line to 2 1/2, which is there. And just put a little pencil mark. And then close the base shut and measure from the center score line across and put a pencil mark at 3 1/4. So we're up the top of the card here and we're going across to 3 1/4. Flip it over and we're going, yep, we're going from the center score line 3 1/4, which is there. And then you can see all your pencil marks on the one side. Now we're going to score from that pencil mark to the center, and then from there back up the top. And I will do it with my ruler and my stylus, because it's a little bit hard to line it all up on a trimmer or a scoring plate because it's on a diagonal. So I'm just putting my ruler there where that pencil mark is, and down here where this center pencil mark is, and just give it a good score in there. And then from that pencil mark again up to this one out here, and we'll score. Good morning, Glenda. See you on Wednesday. Jeannie, good morning. Yes, you got my name right. I know what you mean. It's probably autocorrect. Good morning, Beryl. Nice to have you on. So I'm going to rub out those pencil marks now because we don't need those again. And so I don't forget to rub them out. Like so. Now all we're going to do is pinch this center score line here, pinch it forward, and these will go down. So I'll pinch the diagonal ones first down, just crease them a little bit, like so. Crease down. Then you can burnish those, like so. Flip it around there and burnish that. Then pull it shut, which mine is perfect this time. Sometimes you'll get it that it's not quite lined up here. So just maneuver it around until it's exactly lined up, and then give that a good burnish. And that's the front of your card. We're going to attach that back panel later. We'll do that last. like so. That will go on there, but we'll leave that till later. Now, cutting these 3. When you do your papers, there's no direction on that. The one you want on the front will go upwards, and then the 2 inside ones, so that will be the front of my card. This is the 2 inside ones. So I'm putting those 2 face together, and they will go inside, and then this one will go on the front, like so. Now that's where you want to keep them. You can just mark on the front one. We'll put those 2 aside, but when you cut, you need to cut all 3 together. So I shall mark this. And we want, done all that, done all that. Done all that. Now, you're going to make sure that you score this or cut this in the correct place. So that's going on the front. So we're going to mark over this side. You can put these together with paper clips when you cut them. Where am I? On the long side, down 2.5 inches. So that's this side here on the long side, and you're going down here on this side to 2.5 inches. So we'll mark that at 2.5. Put a pencil mark there, and then across the top to 3.25. So I'm on there, across here to 3.25. And just put it on your card base so you know you're going to be cutting the right place. So I'm cutting from that pencil mark down to that pencil mark. And when that's lined up, you'll get that angle cut there. But we want to cut all 3 together. So these 2 I had faced together, 2 together. Then you can put this one on top because that's the front. So you'll have 2 like that and 1 like that when you cut them. You only need to mark the front one. Now I'm going to put a paper clip just somewhere out of the road of where I'm cutting, down the bottom here, just so they hold together while I'm cutting. And I'm going to cut from the pencil mark to the pencil mark. So put that in my trimmer. Now you'll need to press firmly and go across a couple of times. So I've got that pencil mark in my cutting track and this pencil mark in my cutting track. And we'll move that scorer out of the road. Try and get them exactly in the track. And because you're going through 3 thicknesses, give it a couple of scores across, or cuts across. Now you'll need these pieces, so don't throw them away. They go into the other part of the card. Actually, this one, which one was it? This one. Yes, this one is one I did wrong because I end up putting my spare bits in here. Then I had to cut another one there. These pieces aren't covered, so I did another one where it stays blank in here because your 3 pieces go in here and at the back here. That's your 3 triangle pieces. Now you can pull these apart. You can put pieces in there, but you would have to cut a couple more triangles to do that, which that wasn't the point of the whole card. So this one's going on the front, like so, fits perfectly on there. And if you open it up, and these open up, they fit perfectly in there, like so. Now we'll cut these triangle pieces. There's a trick to this as well. We're going to cut you can put these together with a paper clip, but I found the paper clip got in the road. So we're going to cut the small, we're going to cut off 1/8 of an inch on the smallest side and the longest side. So the smallest side is this one here. So they've come out, I'll show you this front one. They've come out of there. So we're cutting 1/8 of an inch off this short side, and this is your longest side. You'll see the difference. That's the middle piece. So we're going to cut 1/8 of an inch off these 3. Now I'm going to put this around. 1/8 is that first mark past you. You can do this just with scissors if you want, if you're good enough to do a nice straight cut. But I prefer on my trimmer so it's nice and straight. So I'm just holding those firmly in there. Drop that down. And 1/8 of an inch off the short side. That's 1/8 of an inch, if you can see those. And then off the longest side, which is this long diagonal cut that we did. And it's 1/8 of an inch off that. So I'm just putting the point there on the 1/8 inch and line that up so it's reasonably straight. I've got lines on my trimmer so I can easily see where they should cut. So I've got an even spacing there on the sides. Hold that firmly, which this bit's a little bit hard because it's quite narrow. Once you get it in there, and cut quite firmly, cutting those three. So you've got 1/8 off the short side and the longest side. Leave the middle piece. It doesn't need cutting. So now this one is going, the front one, wherever I put my other piece, is going in on there. Once we'll stick that down first, and that goes in the top of that. And then these pieces, it's pretty much all decorating now. These pieces will open up, and the short side there, not there, this way, that way. Just juggle them around till they fit. They go in up there. You could reverse these. You would have to go over there and over there if you want to reverse and put that other pattern on the inside. I don't want that pattern on the inside because I've got some decoration to go up there. But you just flip them over and put them on the other side if you want to do that. And they will go up there. So we can stick all those down. That's going on the front. Yes, Glenda, I've got a workshop tomorrow, so I've half set up for tomorrow. I'm a bit anxious now. Good morning, Corinne, and good morning, Joyce. Thank you very much. Yes, Jeannie, this is such a simple card to do. Now, I'm going to get you don't need all those little strippy bits. We can toss them. I've got my silicone mat. And this is going on the inside, so it's there. Just make sure you've got the right side and the right piece that you're gluing. And I'm going to put some glue. I'll show you the paper that I've used here in a minute. It's one in the latest mini catalogue. Oh, actually, oh no, it's in the annual catalogue actually for Stampin' Up. So that there, just make it so you've got the 1/8 inch border all the way around, nice and straight. You could create mats for these. If you do a mat, you would do the mat the same size as your paper, and then your paper on top of that would be 1/8 of an inch shorter on two sides. The short on adjoining corners, you've got 1/8 of an inch smaller there and 1/8 inch smaller there. And no, actually it's 1/8 all the way around because you want the 1/8 inch border. So just adjust it if you want to put a mat underneath. I find it's nice with just this. If I had a different colour base, it would probably show up better, but I don't mind this. I'm going to decorate this with some pieces out of this pack as well. So that one will go on there. I found a couple of boxes that I'm going to do as YouTube videos. I spent half my day yesterday designing one. Well, not designing, it was done by another lady, Sam Calcott, years ago, but I have adjusted lots of bits on it. It took me half the day yesterday and then up till 10:30 last night adjusting my adjustments because some of them I had wrong. So I typed it all up, printed it out, and then made the box and realised I'd missed some bits and some measurements weren't quite right, so we adjusted my adjustments. That's how it works when you do a PDF. So those will go up the top there. That's the inside. I'll show you the paper that I've used. I've got a couple of packs here. This pack is pretty much, I've used a lot out of it. It's got really pretty papers. It's called Wildflower Birthday, and it's got, I'll show you the pop-out pieces. So it's got all of these pretty. That's really pretty. The whole lot's pretty. It's got gold accents through it. It's got little tag pieces here. There are these card front pieces as well that you can use. Birthday cakes on one. Lots of pretty papers. And my pop-out pieces, I pop them all out because they keep getting stuck in the packet. So I popped them all out and put them in here. So you've got lots of little pop-out pieces that you can decorate your cards. We've got balloons, we've got cakes, we've got flowers, all sorts of lovely pieces. So I just put them in a little case like that so they're not getting lost. Now, my decorations I've got here. Actually, we'll put the front piece on first and get the base all finished. So this piece will go on here, and I've got a greeting to go on the front, so we can stick that down. And it's the reverse of this, and as I mentioned earlier, you could use 2 different papers. If you don't like the pattern on the back of one, go for a different paper and make sure that they're face to face when you do your cutting. Good morning, Corinne. I think I've said hello to you earlier. Thanks, Joyce. Thanks, Ginny. So that's that. And then this piece we can stick on the back now. It's going on there. It's the exact same size as the back of that. Now, I only want to stick down this part to the back. So don't glue on there. You'll end up with excess glue where you don't want it. So just go around the edge of the back of it. So you're not wasting any of your papers. And this here, the easiest way is to hold it up, line up to your bottom corner there and along that edge there. Get one side nice and straight, and then the other side will fit in. Actually, I don't want glue across there. I'll wipe that off. Just remember that. Don't glue across this because that's part of your pocket. You can glue here and down here. All of that. But not across there. Hang on a minute. No, I've done that wrong. But that's okay. We're not going to have a pocket. You should be not gluing in the center. I knew I'd muck that up. I'm going to wipe that just for now. Hopefully it won't stick. Actually, I'll get my... Just hold on 1 sec. My buddy, I'm just going to go over that glue section. We should have only put glue, and I did use tape on the earlier one. So I'm just going to wipe some buddy over that. All we want is glue around the perimeter, not in the center, because that creates your pocket. Excuse my oops there. Just going to move that out of the road. So it's just going around 3 sides and this tiny little bit at the top. I haven't done a tag to put in the pocket. You can either put a gift card in there, or now we'll have another go at this. I'll wipe all that off. Actually, I might cut another piece because I've got a piece here already cut. I can use that on something else. What was the size again? 4 1/8, 4 1/8, which is correct, and 5 7/8, 5 7/8. So we'll, oh, that's correct anyway. So we'll have another go. We've got glue around the top little section and the other 3 sides. Now we can stick it down. I always seem to manage one mistake in my videos, even in my YouTube videos, because you want this as a little pocket here. You could use tear and tape around the edges. That would secure it nicely. Just for quickness, I've done that. Hopefully it's not sticking underneath. And then this little piece will go up in here. You can stick that down fully. If you want to do a little tag in there, it's 2 inches in width. You can work out the length you want. That will go up on there. And as you can see, there's a little pocket in there. We'll just let that set for a sec. And then we'll do the decoration on our inside. So I've cut this little square. I did have the, here we go. These are my Stylus shaped squares that I've used, and I'll cut one of those from that bigger one. And it's going down here, just a bit different. This one here, I did the rectangles. This is just a square. And everything inside here is going to be flat. So I'm going to put that piece in. That's your little writing panel. If you want a bigger writing panel, you could cut a piece and cut that angle piece, cut it the whole side of that. Or you could do a full piece down there, or a full piece right across here. I don't ever need much writing space, so I'm happy with this size. That's that. And I've got all of these little pieces that have come out of this. I'm putting this over this side. It did fit in here when I twirled it around the other day. It just fits in there like so, and I'm putting that flat. Just glue around the edges so it doesn't get caught on anything. Just remember when you put that back pocket on that you don't glue it all the way around. So that fits in there. It does overhang a fraction here, but it's not outside the perimeter of the card. So that's that one on there. I have this bigger flower to go up here. Pretty much use a lot of the flowers out of that pop out pieces of this set. I've got lots of balloons and cakes, but I'll use those another time. I'll just put that on an angle up there. And this little flower, that flower is for the front. Got 2 little ones the same. And this one here is going on the diagonal piece at the top. This one I'm going to just put a little piece on. I'll just get my tweezers up here in the corner of this one, just to take the blank look off the white. Now this one here, you only want it on one side of the flower, whatever you put there. I've got butterflies on one and flowers. You only put it on this side, whichever way you're facing your, because you need the card to fold shut when you fold it. So that's just going on that side. Yes, Beth, it should have a bookmark in there. Most of them that I saw, they had a little bookmark in there. It's 2 inches wide, will fit in there. And you can do a little tag at the top with one of your tag punches, and just thread a little bit of ribbon through the top and make a bookmark out of it. So that's, you can do that. That's what it's meant for. Or a gift card if you want to put a gift card. So that will close shut, like so. And then my front, I've just got a happy birthday, which I got from this birthday celebration. That's the stamp set and dies that go with this paper. And I've just stamped that like so. And I can put that up on dimensionals. I'll put the this part flat on the pink, just for a bit of difference. I'm trying to center that there. And that little flower again, we can sit flat. Put that down the bottom. So easy when you've got little pop-out pieces that you can decorate with. I've got some embellishments as well. Now for this, for small pieces, I don't mind embellishments, not embellishments, dimensionals. But when I've got a big area, I use these foam adhesive sheets. So much easier to do. I think they'd probably work out the same price. They're a fraction bigger than your dimensionals. I'm going to just cut a piece of that. And we'll put another piece at the bottom, like so. It just holds it all up nicely. Plus you'd use, I don't know, a dozen or so dimensionals if you did use them. So this way it makes it nice, gives you a nice solid base. And I use all the little bits. I don't throw any of those bits away because they come in handy. I've got a little dish there with them all in. And that will go there. Doesn't have to cover the whole thing. And take the backs off that. Thanks, Sandy. Very easy card to do. And I'm just centering that down the bottom. Nice and straight. And I have some embellishments. These are the blooming pearls. And it does, I think this pink, it's not the exact same pink, but I wanted to use some up. So I'm going to put some on the fronts of this pick tool. I'll just put them on the white for now. They'll show up better. And we'll make an odd number. We'll put a little one in the flower. So that's it, all done. Thanks, Jan. All done. Very pretty to do, easy to do. Just make sure you don't glue. That's all stuck nicely now on the edges. Make sure you don't stick all over the back of that back panel. Just do the side edges so it sticks down. And that's it for me. I told you it was quick. That's only probably about half an hour. Last week's was over an hour, I think. All done. I shall post the PDF for that into the files tab if you decide to make any. Thanks, Corinne, and thanks, Carol. Thanks, Amanda. Easy to do. Thanks, Kay. If you do make one, please post in the group. We're getting a lot more people posting their cards, but not enough. Out of 21,000 members, we only get a scattering of people, but I love everything that you do. Thanks, Heather and Christine, Nerida, Gemma, Joyce. Thank you. Easy to do. And I shall catch, I've got next week's plan, so just keep an eye out. I'll give you the measurements and all through the week. And I'll catch you again. I'll remember not to stick it down. Oh, you already did. Cut another piece if you want, or just, if you've stuck the back, just rub it off with a wet thing, not really heavily, and then run your buddy, that's your embossing buddy, if you've got one of those, run that over the top. It'll take the stickiness off it. Easy fix. Thanks, Wendy, and I shall catch you all again next week. Have a lovely week. Bye for now.